What's up, my YouTube family? It's your boy Berto checking in with another video, guys. So today I'm going to be doing a Kodak Black clone video breakdown, telling you exactly why I say he's a clone and the type of clone that Kodak Black is. So I want you guys to sit tightly and get ready to buckle down. We're about to talk about the clone Kodak Black. And starting off, Kodak Black is an older model clone, and he was rushed. He was rushed because they did not expect for President Trump to pardon him, so they had to rush, and rush through the cloning process, which left them with an older model clone that was probably already back there waiting for somebody else, but they just are no longer being used, so they just made it Kodak Black's clone. As you can see, I'm about to show you a picture of Kodak Black, and you let me know what you think. But he looks older, his face is dragging and things of that sort, so just watch and check this picture out and then let me know what you think. We got a lot more to talk about. This is just the start of it. So now that you've seen that picture, guys, that is what I call an older model clone. You see his face is like a little saggy, oldish looking. It doesn't look the same as it did before. He looks a lot older. Yes, of course, he did age a couple years, but you got to think this guy's still only, what, 22, 23 years old? He's still very, very young. And for his face to look that old, it's just not right. He kind of looks like, he has like the same old-looking, saggy face that Lil Wayne has. So that is, you know, an older model clone. Wasn't fully developed. And like I said, guys, they were not expecting him to get released early. So when Trump pardoned him, they had to rush and use one of the older model clones from Kodak Black. And that's why we see what we got now. Another thing is about this clone is, because this older model clone is not programmed to do as much as the last clone that Kodak Black was, the more updated one that was more outgoing and active. They're still working on this older clone to update it to the version that they need. That's why you notice Kodak Black shows no emotion. He's showing no emotion at all because, like I said, it's an older model clone, so they weren't that advanced to get this clone to back when this clone was originally made. They weren't advanced enough to make this clone do all the, make it emotional, outgoing, and all those types of things. So the programming in this clone, the programming chip that they use for that clone, the older programming chip, is not a good one because it shows no emotion. He doesn't even have that swagger walk. Like when you watch Kodak Black walking, and it's a video of him, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. It looks like the security guards are kind of holding him up, trying to carry him. He's like just kind of dragging back. It's as if he's dead, but something just keeping him alive and making him move, like he's being controlled. Like it's not really him. Just imagine being dead and somebody's behind you, basically making your body move so it looks like you're still alive. This is what with him. When you guys watch this video, notice as soon as Kodak Black starts coming past, like when he's getting up and he's walking past, you can tell the guards are holding him forward. Just watch it. You can tell the guards are holding him forward. And like I said, there was a lot of things wrong with this model of clone. This is an older model clone, older program model clone, and it's showing a lot. It's showing a lot. It doesn't talk much because of the programming. It doesn't show any emotions. It can barely walk. But one good thing I can say, this clone is not as negative as the last clone was. That is a good thing. This is a more positive clone. Like the Gucci Man type clone when he got out of prison. It's a more positive type clone. And when it comes to these clones, you got to be real careful because sometimes you don't know what you're going to get out of them. They can easily malfunction. And how this one was rushed and thrown together just to have a Kodak Black outside of prison. People like, he was traumatized while he was in prison, this happened, that happened. Okay, yes, that happened to a different clone. That is not why he's acting the way he's acting. It's because the clone they made for him was not an updated clone. So watch this video, guys, and notice what I say, like how it looks like the security guards are holding him while he's walking. Alright guys, so you seen the video, you heard what I was saying, and the last few things about why Kodak Black is a clone and what's different about this clone. And the last one is Kodak Black clone is, it's like it's the lifespan on the energy, the battery, the programming for it does not have a long span. So if you notice all the time when Kodak Black's clone is in front of somebody or talking to somebody or just doing anything in general, his head is always down like this. That is because the clone is not programmed good enough, because the older model, to keep his head up long enough. He's ready to shut down. Basically how we go to sleep, say you haven't slept in 3 days and you're fighting your sleep and you just keep. That is how this clone is. It's not from drugs, it's not from none of that. That's how this clone is. It's not programmed to last very long. So you'll continuously see this clone with his head down until they get these problems fixed. And I can tell you now, because of the, so many people saying it, they are working hard to fix this clone. Very hard to fix this clone. But like I said, this is an older model clone, and along with these older model clones, they had not yet developed a soul part for it. Even though they can't develop real souls for these clones, they basically programmed it enough to make them think for themselves somewhat and have some kind of soul and show a little emotion. This one cannot do that. Has no soul. So a lot of times you look into his eyes, it's like a blank look, like it's scary. If you look him in his eyes, he has like a blank look, like there's no soul in there, because it isn't no soul. The clones don't have souls for one, and the older models are not programmed to even act as if they have a soul. To even act. So this clears up a lot of the things you've been wondering about Kodak. Like, why does he look so unemotional? Because this is an older model clone, guys. That's all it boils down to. Kodak Black then rushed the clone. They didn't expect Donald Trump to pardon him. It happened. Now they're scrambling around. They scrambled around last minute, threw a clone together to have out in the streets. And look what you guys got. Look what you got. It's not even the same guy. Nowhere near the same guy. So wake up and realize what's really going on out here. That is my breakdown of Kodak Black. Again, guys, go back and look at the pictures, the videos of him. Everything I said, you will start noticing. Everything. The truth does hurt sometimes, but sometimes the truth has to be heard. We'll expose these elites one by one. We'll keep breaking down these things and letting you guys know what's really going on out there in the world. Cloning is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Now let's hope and pray this clone stays out of trouble. But this cloning thing is 100% legit. They do clone people. And Kodak Black is an older model clone. Guys, thanks for supporting me. Thanks for watching the video. And I'll talk to you guys later.